everybody, my name is Ryan Heinlein. I want to thank you so much for picking up the Style and Articulation Guide a couple days ago. So I just wanted to go through some of it with you in case you had any questions. Hopefully you don't, but if you do, that's what this is for. Alright, so the very first thing that I do with working with middle school, high school bands when I go do clinics and workshops is I establish the proper swing eighth note feel. And so we think about the triplet, okay? So if we pick a steady beat, I recommend use a metronome, or you got one on your phone probably. Just pick a nice easy between like 100 beats per minute, 120 beats per minute, okay? And you establish that, we're going to think triplets. Now you probably think triplet, 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 triplet. That's probably something that you've done before. Okay, I'm going to switch that up and I'm going to say do and da. So the first syllable is do, the second syllable is just an in syllable, and then the third syllable is da. So if we say do and then our tongue rebounds up to the middle of our mouth on in, doo-dun, it kind of gives a real nice, like a super soft, like a softer than D syllable, but kind of a D syllable. So we get doo-dun-da, 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 okay? Now, that's our triplet feel, okay? Now, we tie those first two triplets together, so we're going to extend oo over the in syllable, so we no longer have that in syllable. So now we get doo-da, 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 doo-da. Now, if you think of an analog clock, you got 12 o'clock at the top, and every time there's a revolution, think of that as a beat. If we were thinking perfect triplets, the do would happen at midnight or noon, whichever one you want, and then the da would actually happen at 8 o'clock p.m., okay? So between 100 beats per minute, 130 beats per minute, that's right about where you want to be for that, okay? Now, depending on the tempo, that second note is going to shift closer to 12 o'clock or closer to 6 o'clock. So the slower the tune is, the closer it's going to get to 12 o'clock, but it's never going to get past 9. 9 o'clock would be like a dotted 8th note, 16th note. And we can do that on really, really slow tunes, or you do that on shuffles, okay? Depending on the shuffle. So we never really get to that 9 o'clock, but we get to like 8:30 or 8:45 if we're 80 beats per minute or below. Now, if we go above 120, 130 beats per minute, now we're going to start to creep that second note back to the middle, back towards 6 o'clock if you're visualizing that clock still. In between 131, 160 beats per minute, we're going to think like 7:30. So just a little bit closer, okay? They're starting to even these out. All the way till you get to about 180 beats or up, typically 200 beats per minute or anything faster, definitely. We're just thinking of our two notes, our eighth notes as straight eighth notes, which means it's at 12 o'clock and it's at 6 o'clock, and they're even. You listen to any, up-tempo bebop tune, those are, we're not going do-da-do-da-do-da-do-da-do. Whenever we try and swing that quick, it makes it sound rigid, and whenever we're playing swing, we want it to sound as fluid as possible. So we want to think straight eighth notes if we're playing something really quick, okay? Alright, so that's the swing eighth note concept. I'm going to get into the actual articulations on the next video, so stay tuned for that one. Thanks so much, guys.